less than 77%. So the question says 200% of 50 is what number? 210%. So I just translate each thing going from left to right. 210, there's the 210. Percent means divided by 100. So 210% is 210 over 100. Of means times. 50 is means equals. And what number is n? So it's 210 over 100 times 50. So I can go 50 goes into 50 once. 50 goes into 100 twice. And then 2 goes into 210 105 times. So n equals 105. Just translating from left to right. Now this is a little bit tricky. Saxon does a little bit different, but I think you should do, when you do what percent, it means P over 100. It's like what number percent. Of means times. 40 means equals. 40 is 40, is means equals, and then you have your 60. So you're just translating from left to right. P over 100 times 40 equals 60. Now I'm going to multiply each side by 100, so that gets rid of that 100. All right, if I multiply that side by 100, they cancel. And then I multiply this by 100. So I'm left by P times 40 equals 60 times 100. When you multiply by 100, you just put the 2 zeros, so 6,000. And then I divide both sides by 40. The zeros cancel, and 600 divided by 4. Now when I do divided by 4, I divide by 2 twice, because it's easier to divide by 2. 600 divided by 2 is 300, and 300 divided by 2 is 150, so my answer is 150%. And then letter C, once again, 150%. So 150%, I just translated. 150% means divided by 100. Of means times. What number is n? Is equal, and then 300. So you're just translating from left to right. You should do that on most problems. Now, when I have a fraction in front, I could reduce, but I'm just going to keep it like this and multiply both sides by 100 over 150. Okay, and now that just becomes 1, which is n. 150 goes in once, goes in twice, and 2 times 100 is 200%. Finally, they give a problem where they give 60 cents is increased by 100%, 120% higher 2 years later. Read the problem on page 244. But 60 cents I write as 0.60 times 120 over 100. Now when you divide by 100, you just move the decimal point 2, so it's really like 0.6 times 1.2. So 1.2 times 0.6, you multiply just like you're doing 6 times 12, 72. And there are 2 numbers after the decimal, so it's 0.72. So your answer is 0.72 or 72 cents. Good luck.